Hey G Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we have this cool design here, and pretty much what this is a charger that you can use to charge any of your devices, whether it be USB or USB-C, especially if you guys want to use it to charge like your laptop or any other device that's compatible with USB-C. Since for this one in particular, they tell you guys the max power on here when you guys do use it is 120 watts, but if you guys only use one of them at a time in terms of USB-C, the max you can get is 100 watts, which is more than enough for you guys to recharge like your MacBook Pro. If you guys can see, for the one that we got right here from this brand, and right here they do have an image to show you guys what that looks like. Underneath that, they do tell you guys how much power it does provide, which is 120 like I mentioned. And then for the AC option, if you guys want to use it on the side, the max is 1250 watts. And the technology that they do have here, they mention how it does have a hyper GaN technology, so that way can help you guys fast charge the device and allows the product to be much smaller than your typical charger since it does have a GaN technology. And if you guys turn on the side right here, they do provide some more specs and features about the product. Same thing for this side here as well. So what I'm gonna do right now first is to open up and show you guys what the inside looks like and what's included. So once you guys do open up, first thing and see inside is the actual product. If you guys do take it out, underneath that we do have a user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. And at the very bottom, they do provide you guys the cable that's connected on the product, but they also provide you guys another cable on the side. And the cable that's included for you guys right here, it is a USB-C to USB-C cable that's also nylon braided. I believe for this cable, it can probably support up to 100 watts or even more than that. If you can see right here, it definitely looks and feels like a high quality cable. And that is everything that's included inside. So let's take out this part right here first to give you guys a better point of view of what the product looks like. So this part right here, we do have a 3-prong option for you to plug it in. Right here, we do have a high quality cable and it gives you a strap to keep it organized. But right here, we do have the actual product. So we do have 3 USB-C option and 1 USB option. Top part right here, we do have the indicator light to show you guys when it's on or off. On the side right here, we do have the brand name. And right here, we do have the 3-prong option for the user as the AC option. Same thing for our side right here. And on this side right here, they do mention how it does provide you guys a max of 120 watts for the USB-C and the USB cable when you guys do use it. The back part, they do provide the specs and features about the product into the input and output. And that is everything that's on the product. So right out the bat, when you guys do feel the materials on here, it definitely feels really soft and very smooth, and also feels like a high quality material. It definitely has a little bit of weight to it, but it's much more lightweight compared to your other power strips or any other cables because they do have the GaN technology like I mentioned. So what I'm gonna do right now is to plug it in and test it out to show you guys how well it does work when you do use it in terms of whether using 1 or 2 cables at the same time to show you guys whether or not it goes up to 100 watts. So let's plug it in first. So once we do plug it in, we want to use a cable that's provided for us, which is USB-C. Plug it into any of them. And for this test, we're going to use this tester right here. So I'm going to unplug this side right here. Put this in. Just plug it in right here. And we'll plug this side in. Let's unstrap it so that we can use it. So the other side, we're going to plug it onto our laptop, which is right here. So let's do plug it in. Once we do got it plugged in, let me show you guys how much power is being generated on here. So when you guys do look at the number, you can see how it's going up slowly. Currently, the battery percentage as on my laptop right now is 0. It's not charged at all. But you can see how the number is slowly going up higher and higher. So right now it's around 90 watts. And you can hear how it turns on. And it's averaging around 90 watts. You can see how when we do use it. So it doesn't seem like it's going any higher than 90 watts. So it's very close to 100 watts like I mentioned. But it doesn't go up to 100 watts just because of safety reason and etc. And just to be sure, let me try to unplug this cable and plug in the other one that I do have on Apple to show you guys the difference when we do use it. So I'll unplug it. And now let's plug in Apple cable, which is this one right here. So I do plug it in, and other side we'll plug it into this part, just like this. So we got it plugged in. If you guys do look at the number right here, it's slowly going up as well. So right now it's around 88 watts, and it's slowly going up and down. So you can see the charger itself, it definitely does work, and it does provide a lot of power when we do use it. It doesn't go up to 100 watts like I mentioned because the max is 100 watts. So they do have the safety feature built in. But what I'm doing right now is to plug in another cable and see what happens when we do plug in 2 cables to see whether or not the charge is spread out. So we use the same cable to plug it in. And other side we'll plug it into just something random. So we'll plug it right here. So we got that plugged in and it's working. And it's still charging a laptop. And we see how when we do plug in more than one device at the same time, the charge speed went down a little bit because it's being spread out between the 2 cables. So the product definitely does work when we do use it. It's just that when you guys do plug in more than one device at the same time, the charge speed definitely will spread out. So the max that I can provide you on here is 120 watts like I mentioned. So the product definitely does work when you guys do use it. And obviously when you guys do use the AC option on the side, let me show you guys really quick. If you guys do plug it in, once you guys do plug it in, it does work. And when you guys do look at numbers on here, doesn't really get affected because the AC option is by itself. You can see how it's still at around like 84 watts, but it does reset once you guys do plug in more than one device at the same time, but the speed doesn't really affect it. It's still charging at the same speed when you guys are plugging one or two devices at the same time. You can see how it's working. So that's a quick little test to show you guys when the product works when you do use it, and also the difference in terms of the power that's being generated when you guys use one or two cables at the same time versus when you guys do have AC option plugged in at the same time as well. So that is everything that's on the product. Now to unboxing and test the product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this part, I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. If you guys need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality power strip or wall charger that can use to recharge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 devices at the same time and give you guys that max speed like I mentioned in terms of 100 watts when you guys use one device at the same time, or if you guys want to use the AC option at the same time to charge another device at the same speed, then I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't want these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.